And I worked hard, of course. To make the long story short, 15 years later, on August 10, 1972, I was on a plane going to the United States. Finally, my dream came true for graduate work to going to the United States. For a little poor country kid from the rural outskirts from Korea, this was unimaginable. You see? So I was so excited. Because this type of hope and vision, many Koreans have succeeded and also thrived in this country. Because of many new opportunities America offers, Korean parents are willing to sacrifice themselves for the betterment of the next generation. There are many exemplary Koreans who made their American dreams come true. Here, probably Shinae Chun, Rhee, a lot of people. But let me just mention one specific person, because I represented today the Federation of a Korean Association. Sung-Lee Kim, the current president of the Korean Federation of Korean Association, regrettably could not be here today, of course. He came to the United States in 1972, the same year I did. He worked day and night tirelessly to build up some funds for later future, some type of business. But he entered early at a home building construction business. Well, if I can tell this story, it'll take over 1 hour, so I have to make the long story short. After 30 years of hard work, he has built up his fortune, which enables him to help others in the community to do the same. As a demonstration of this, when he was elected to be the 21st president of the association, he donated $1 million to the organization. When Congress passed a resolution so that we can observe this January 13 as a Korean-American Day, it was an honor to all Korean Americans. Each state is trying to do the same thing. In our state of Oregon, passed a resolution last year owing to the hard work state representative fellow Korean-American John Lim. Today, the Korean-American Security Agreement is the foundation of the relationship between the United States and Korea, permitting trade, investment, tourism, cultural exchanges to flourish and grow, let alone enhancing the security of both nations. The recently signed Free Trade Agreement, so-called FTA, will add more significance once it's ratified by respective legislative body, because it will stimulate further expansion in trade and investment. The close relationship between the United States and Korea means a lot to all Korean Americans, because the United States is the most important and influential country to Korea in terms of security, defense, economy, and many others. Not only Korean Americans here, but also, in my opinion, most Koreans in the Republic of Korea are well aware of the fact that it was due to American sacrifices and also massive U.S. economic post-war aid that South Korea has been able to rise from the devastation of the Korean War to who she is. now a model of rapid economic development in Asia. Therefore, it is no wonder that with South Koreans as individuals, as families, as a nation, feel that we owe a lot to America. Therefore, it is appropriate for all Korean Americans to say, "Thank you, America," on this occasion as we celebrate Korean-American Day. Finally, I want to thank Korea Economic Institute for your outstanding role in helping to bridge the two countries in so many ways, and also in helping Americans understand the value of the U.S.-Korea relationship and the significance of their partnership. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I was invited to speak the other day at the National Archives at a naturalization ceremony. And when I was there, I sort of thought to myself, you know, when my parents immigrated to America in 1965, I think that the last thing that was on their mind was the possibility that their daughter could grow up and to lead the school district of the nation's capital. And so what I said to the new American citizens at that time was, that's what makes America a great country, because anything is possible. So you probably are wondering, like most citizens in Washington, D.C. have been wondering, what is this 37-year-old Korean woman who has never run a school district doing in this job? And why did Adrian Fenty, the mayor here, think that this lady can do something that dozens of educators over the past 2 decades have not been able to do? So I thought I would tell you a little bit about myself and how I came into this job and why I think that we are on the verge of something tremendous here in this city with public education. So I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. My father is a physician, and I grew up with literally all of the benefits that a kid could have. I went to private schools, but my father was very unusual, I think, for a Korean father, and he always said to me when I was growing up, don't think for a minute that what you have and what you've achieved is because you're anything special. It's because you were lucky enough to be born into this family. And there are other kids, he did, and he said there are other kids who are in very different circumstances who don't have nearly, what you do, and that's just because they were not lucky enough to be born into a family like this. So I sort of always grew up with this sense of social justice and wanting to kind of root for the underdog. And when I was about to graduate from Cornell, I was trying to decide what to do with my life, and I was looking into this program called Teach for America. And this program puts recent college graduates into teaching positions in inner city and rural schools across the country. And so I was thinking about doing this, and I talked to my parents.